guys, welcome back to Chasing the Woodsman. I am Ryan. Today I'm going to be milling up some red fir if I can find it. I have a few piles around here. Mainly it's all white fir, grand fir. I'm hoping I can find a red fir, which is a Douglas fir, in this pile here. This pile is a mix of trees that came from a buddy's property that he had logged out, as well as some trees that came off of my property. My property is mixed up mainly of Douglas fir, and that's what I'm seeking right now, is getting some of that Douglas fir. The reason is most of our house is trimmed out with cedar and red fir. Douglas fir looks a lot like that cedar wood. So that's what I'm wanting to use to mill out some of my 2x4s out of. That way it can frame out the shelves within our laundry room. So with that, let's get started. You guys might be wondering what I'm doing here. This is my redneck version of leveling this log out so I can get more board feet cut out of this log. I really should have the butt end of the log on this side. However, I'm just doing a quick cut today. So I'll be able to level this out. Someday I'll do a video on it. There's plenty on YouTube where guys put jacks under it and they do a really good job. But for now, my redneck version works just fine. Alright guys, so I'm going to give you a bit of a game plan for what I'm going to do. This log is about 8 inches, or exactly 8 inches. I'm going to try and just cut it down to a 6-inch cant, 6x6 inch cant. That way I can get good 2x4s out of this, 3 of them, with no wane on it. That's kind of the goal here, is just to get a nice, beautiful looking, even if I have some waste, but some beautiful 2x4s out of this. Let's get started. what I'm gonna be able to do is get one 2x6 out of this to add to my stack for my barn build, because I'll be framing using 2x6s. And then once that's 4 inches, I'll be able to cut my 2x4s out of that. So that's why 6x6, this tree could handle it. Most of these trees, you might get a 4x4 out of it, which gives you a couple 2x4s. This one gave me a good 6x6, that's why I did that. I also left it a little bit more than 6 inches. I'm at 6 and a little under a quarter. I did that so that I could have some space for my blade loss as I'm going through this. I'll be able to cut my 2x6 out of this, and that's gonna give me, without any loss from the blade, will give me the rest of my measurement there. So I can have a true 4 inch and then cut that down for the rest of those. Maybe if you're down just from one by, it's an actual board. It's sitting on the rail. Especially when you get into those wood buys, you can get some dips and dives if it's not fully seated on the rail. If you look right here. Noisy dogs. Alright guys, something to remember if you're new into sawing. Okay guys, something to remember when you're new into sawing is when you have a cant like this and you're getting your finished cuts out, make sure the end of your cant, or maybe if you're down in some 1-bys, some actual boards, is sitting on a rail. Especially when you get into those 1-bys, you can get some dips and dives if it's not fully seated on the rail. If you look right here, it's completely off. So what I'm going to do is just shift that over a little bit and make sure it's up against my stop and it's both on the rail and against all the stops. Gives a better cut. Okay, so earlier I mentioned that I'm doing Doug fir or red fir because it looks a lot like cedar. I want to show you guys a comparison. This stack is for this is all cedar. All this is cedar right here. This over here is a mix of white pine and red fir. With this is going to be the lap siding for our bathroom project. If you look here, you can see a difference in the woods and the grain, but even the color is pretty darn close. So I have to say that's why in our house I use red fir and cedar, because they're very similar wood. Or if you're in a tight spot and you really can't afford the price of cedar like it is right now, know that you can get away with some projects with Doug fir, and some people might not even know the difference. All right, guys, I think that's it for today. I should say tonight. The sun is setting and it's getting colder out here, and I didn't dress warm enough for it. What I got out of that red fir was 1 2x6, which I'll add to the stack for my barn project, framing that in, and 3 2x4s, which will get me part of the way for the shelves in our laundry closet. Thanks for joining me today. If you enjoyed what you watched, give me a like and a subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Be blessed.